good morning. So for this video, I want you guys to sit on the floor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice a breathing technique that's gonna help you to begin cultivating your energy. Now it won't take you to the levels that you see in my videos, but this is a good step to get started on the journey in a safe manner. So this is gonna be a regular abdominal breathing practice, but this is the correct way to perform abdominal breathing. So you can sit regular cross-legged. Fix my camera. Or you can sit in a full lotus. So I prefer full lotus. Now some people may not even be able to sit cross-legged. If necessary, you can sit in a chair and sit at the edge of the chair, like with your tailbone at the edge of the chair. You want your spine nice and straight. And we're gonna focus on this area. So I'm gonna give you guys a moment to get prepared. I'm gonna get prepared as well. So get into my full lotus. Don't try to do anything outside of your own comfort zone. This isn't about trying to push to achieve something beyond what you're used to. We're trying to ease into things right now, right? So it goes for your sitting position. It's gonna go for your breathing. All of the mechanics involved with what we're about to perform right now. So I'm gonna take it that everyone is prepared, and what we're gonna start with is putting our hand on the lower abdomen here. And then, so we're gonna have one hand here. If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna take my shirt off. I think it just makes it better to see what's happening. So I'm gonna have one hand here on the lower abdomen. And then we're gonna have one hand here on the chest. Now with normal breathing, you know, people who just walk around who are totally unaware of the body, unaware of the breathing, just really not conscious of these subconscious actions. Typically, when they breathe like this. Very shallow breath, right? You want to fill this whole area up, right? You want to use the full capacity of the lung. So once you start becoming conscious of your breathing, and once it's once you're starting to generate more energy from your breath and whatnot, you will most likely be breathing in this manner. So I don't know if y'all saw the lower abdominal, the hand was moving up and down instead of the upper hand. So you can do that just to kind of get used to utilizing your lungs and just getting the full capacity of your of how much air basically you're able to take in. You want to utilize that full capacity of your lungs. So expanding them to the max and then contracting them to the max. Now once we have that down pat, what we want to essentially do is we're just going to go into like a basic stillness meditation. So like I said, spine straight. You're at the edge of the chair, you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, or some comfortable seated posture in general, right? This is a comfortable seated posture for me, full lotus. So we're gonna take our hands and we're just gonna rest them. We're just gonna rest them on the knees, all right? No matter what seated position you're in, just try to rest your hands on your knees. This is meant to be real comfortable. And we're gonna focus on this area here, right? This is what we're breathing. This is what we're gonna keep our attention to. We don't need our attention wandering anywhere else. You have, thoughts on what you need to do, 1 to 2 hours from now. You know, you got these schedules and deadlines you need to meet and stuff. We need to push that to the back of our mind, right? Not even to the back of the mind. We just need to let it kind of wither away. Let those thoughts just blow away on their own. We're going to focus on this present moment duty that we have right now. Breathing into the lower abdomen, cultivating our energy, relaxing and grounding, right? So let's focus on that lower abdomen, to the area we're breathing into. And we're going to do some very relaxed, calm breaths. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. If you have a stuffy nose, you can kind of breathe through your mouth, but try to utilize your nostrils as much as possible. As we breathe, we're going to try to slow it down after each successful breath, right? So we're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale. All right, let's try to slow it down. Inhale. Exhale. You don't want the slowing down to become, to feel forceful. You just want it to be natural. Work within your limit. So inhale. Fill everything to its capacity. Exhale. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So this is a very efficient way to begin slowing down the nervous system, to kind of calm down the adrenals. You know, a lot of times people are walking around, adrenaline just always on go. This is a way to kind of tap into that opposite spectrum of the nervous system to become more relaxed, to free up more energy. So when cultivating energy, it's not just trying to generate more energy, but there's a lot of energy already present, right? There's a lot of potential already present. So what we're trying to do is free up potential energy as well. So this type of breathing method will allow for this. Slows down the body. It a lot of energy that's being wasted on unnecessary functions or just being overly allocated to certain functions. This method helps to allow the body to become more efficient in its energy usage. You'll have an extra store of energy always available. And like I said, this is just the beginning of cultivating your inner energy via a breathing method, right? This is the most basic breathing method possible. Now, I have people that ask me a lot about different pranayamas or breath control practices. And honestly, the simpler the better, unless you have a guru who can walk you through each of these individual practices. But this stuff isn't something that you're supposed to learn online. In the old days, you had to learn directly under a guru, and that was after going through certain purification practices and stuff. So even with pranayamas, your body needs to be in a very efficient state before you begin practicing this stuff. Now, with this very basic pranayama, everything is just it's simple. Honestly, it doesn't cause any unnecessary energy spikes or anything like that. So all it is just grounding your energy, grounding your awareness, bringing your focus to the present moment, right? Slowing down the thoughts, slowing down just the energy expenditure in general, and just freeing up energy. So I hope this was very helpful for you guys. And just for a recap, if you're not used to doing abdominal breathing, put one hand here, and honestly, you can perform the practice in this manner as well. So have your hand here. What you want to focus on is this hand is not moving and this one is. So it takes a little bit of muscular control, but eventually the body gets used to it. So you just inhale, exhale. And if it's tough for you to focus without having some type of physical sensation there to keep your awareness there, that's also another reason why you can have your hand located here. Just pressing against the lower abdomen area and just focusing on that pressure from the hand and just breathing in. Just keeping your focus on that pressure and then breathing out. So I hope this was helpful. If you found this video very helpful, very informative, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. I'm going to go into more detail on how to strengthen your abdominal breathing as well via certain yoga postures in a following video series. So I'm going to start working on a lot of content for you guys that'll help you begin cultivating your energy in the safest manner possible. See you guys in the next one.